Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and the final part of this Manchester City Season 1 as we go for the domestic treble. It all comes down to today's episode as we take on Spurs away from home in the final game of the season. We did win the match between that United draw and today. It was a 4-0 demolition of Brighton, who did have a man sent off, but we were already 3-0 up by that point, and they failed to have a shot in this entire game. Such was the level of destruction. Aguero with this beautiful poacher's finish for goal number 31 of the season. Alderweireld then put the ball over. Aguero nodded it on. Sterling with the finish. A good combo between those two. 15 minutes from time, we did get our third. This shortly before they had the man sent off. Edouard latched onto that bad back pass and did manage to get a finish. Great for his confidence that. Then Dani Olmo out on the right, pulled it in, and then Laporte laid it off to De Bruyne, who drilled it home for goal number 4. Unfortunately, he got injured in training after that game, which means he will miss out this match. So we have to take on Spurs in a biggest game of our season so far. Well, we have to take them on without De Bruyne, but you can see in the table 1 point still separates first, second and third here. Any of these top 3 teams can win the title. If we lose to Spurs and Arsenal lose to Newcastle, then Liverpool can take the title with a win over Norwich. That's the most unlikely outcome. Arsenal are most likely to win it. They should beat Newcastle. We have a huge game against Spurs. A draw will not be enough for us. Arsenal will jump ahead. We have to win this game outright against Tottenham. And then we have a final against Bristol City in the FA Cup after that as well. So we're going for this domestic treble. Unfortunately, we have a lot of injuries and knocks and everything else going on. We have Kyle Walker injured out for a couple of weeks. Cancelo is suspended. Benjamin Mendy is injured for 7 months. De Bruyne injured for 2 weeks. Gundogan injured for 7 days. It's just not ideal, and it means we're playing a bit of a makeshift defence in this game. We do have Sane, Aguero and Sterling up top. Both Silvas taking the central midfield with Rodri behind them. Then Laporte, Otamendi, Stones and Fernandinho in defence. Ederson in goal. The thing that worries me is this looks very similar to the team that we put out against Juventus, and that got us knocked out of the Champions League. I'm hoping that doesn't happen here against Spurs. They have Harry Kane, Son and Ali as a front 3 with Ndombele, Eriksen and Dyer in midfield. Rose, Vertonghen, Sanchez and Walker-Peters in defence. Lloris in goal. It's a good Spurs team, and we have to win this match. There's no other way to go about it. We have to win it. It's a must-win game. What I will do, though, is just see if we can get the different league tables and other things up on the screen, although I can never remember how to do that. I think we have to wait until the game's actually kicked off before we can do that. Maybe if we go to updates. Let's pause it here, and we should be able to get, right here, the league table. That's what we're after. So that's the situation as it stands. We will get updates as the game goes on. But we've got a chance here. Dyer gives the ball away to Sterling. He charges into the Spurs box. Players all around him. He pulls it back. Fernandinho flashes it wide of the post there. And we do not take the lead early on here. A very close call. We needed that to go in. 10 minutes gone. We still need the goal. Arsenal have the lead against Newcastle. They are now top of the league. That would be the first time we haven't been top of the league since about game 4 of this season, I think. Son heads the ball down. It comes back to him. Now Danny Rose going down the left. Finds Son again. Bernardo wins the ball. He puts it over the top. Aguero is in behind. Can he finish? It's saved by Lloris. And the big thing today is, of course, if Spurs lose this game, we stop Arsenal winning the league. That's a big question. They can't finish any higher than where they are in the league at the minute, in 5th place. United have already taken the 4th spot. But we can stop Arsenal winning the title. Liverpool also have the lead, 2-0 lead now, so they are above us as well. We could be dropping down to 3rd here at the end of this game. Eriksen puts the ball in, and Harry Kane has scored from a corner. This season is going from bad to worse. After not making it out the first knockout stage of the Champions League, we are now losing on the final day of the season, having led all year We are now in third place on the final game of the season. What on earth is going on here? This is unbelievable. We're heading into half time, a goal down, and we have the biggest 45 minutes of our season ready to come up. That was dreadful. We need to get out there and make a big start. We're going to go very attacking early on because we need 2 goals here to win the title. Laporte puts it in, easy for Sanchez to clear. He finds Dele Alli, out to Walker-Peters, holding the ball up. Comes to Eriksson, now Dyer. Ball sent out wide to Ndombele. Son. They're just using the width of the pitch here, Spurs. Ball given away, is it? No, Eriksson's got it. Vertonghen forward to Eriksson again. Oh, Fernandinho steals it back though. That's what we need. Sterling in behind. Aguero is onto it. He needs support in the box. People arriving now. It's pulled back. Rodrigo might not get there. Dele Alli gets there first. He finds Harry Kane, who's taken out Laporte with a beautiful touch. He's through on goal, but Ederson pats the ball down. But we are really living on the edge here. I mean, it doesn't matter. We have to go hell for leather because we need 2 goals in this second half. Eriksson puts the ball in from a corner. It comes out to Son. Now Danny Rose. And at the moment, we are in third place in the table. What is going on? We need the goals to come. We're going to have to make some changes here. Let's take Sane off. We can maybe bring on Gabriel Jesus there. Who else can come off? Maybe David Silva for Danny Olmo. We'll give him a go. Because why not? What have we got to lose at this point? We've got 4 on yellow cards as well, which isn't ideal. Time running out here. We're having lots of shots, but not quite making the breakthrough. Danny Rose, Harry Kane nods it on. Stones comes across, over to Otamendi. 35 minutes left as Dyer intercepts here. We're just not even creating the chances. Sterling has got the ball though. He switches it to the left. Gabriel Jesus on the attack. Players ahead of him. He's gone for goal himself. And that is just wasteful. It's gone well over the bar. Not long to go here. I'm going to have to demand more from the team. I might wait until this highlight's done just in case they think I'm having a go at them if they do score. Danny Rose forward. Harry Kane knocks it onto Son. He's in behind here, Son. He's still going, Son. Oh, what a save from Ederson. That was guaranteed 2-0. But Ederson clawed it out of the sky. And we have managed to maintain at least some semblance of hope here. Harry Kane, though, from the corner to Dyer. It's sent all the way back. We are going to have to demand more now. This is just not good enough. We've got 20 minutes left. The team are focused. We're on very attacking. There's not a lot else I can do here. We have 15 minutes. We need to score. Liverpool 5-0 up against Norwich. Nothing we can do there. Sterling plays it across. It comes to Gabriel Jesus. He puts it in. Oh, it's cleared away. Fernandinho chasing it, but Son can bring it away for Spurs. We're always going to be vulnerable on the counter-attack here. Vertonghen over the top has found Eriksson. Terrible defending. And that's the season gone. Christian Eriksen sinks us. How has this happened? We've been so in control of the league all season. It's hardly like you can pick an individual point where the league was thrown away either. We've been so consistent all year, and somehow it's come down to this final game of the season, and we're about to finish third after leading all year. It's crazy. There's not really anything I can do. There's not even players I can bring on. We've got too many injuries. Fernandinho with the throw. Rose away. We've just created nothing today. Fernandinho to Rodrigo. Out to Laporte. Olmo. Back to Laporte. It's not over yet. Rodrigo. Laporte loose. Okay, now it's over. Eriksson on the attack. Finds Eric Dyer. Ball out to Lo Celso. And he chips it. Hits the woodwork. Laporte gets it away. I mean, FM20... not my game. That's what I'm learning so far. We've already been sacked from Newcastle. The game hasn't even been released yet. And we've been sacked by Newcastle and we're about to probably be sacked by City as well. Sterling off the post. Even then, we can't score. Even then. What the hell is this? What fresh hell is this? Aguero in... Oh, I'm not going to bother. It's over. There'll be no Aguero moment today. The season is over. We've been defeated. I'd be surprised if we weren't sacked. I'm going to have a go at the team. I can't believe we haven't won the title and that we finished third. That is unbelievable on every possible level. Arsenal have won the league somehow. I mean, what on earth has happened there? So they used to have this little graphic that showed, there we go, past positions in the league. If we click on Man City. So it did take us a little while to climb back up to the top. And we have lost it a couple of times, to be fair. Match day 14, we lost it a draw to West Ham. And then here we lost it. 2-0 win over Norwich, and we lost it somehow. And then we led it the whole way through until the final game of the season where we were beaten by Spurs. I don't understand how we haven't won the league here. There was a defeat to Palace. I guess you could look at that. Palace famous for letting slips happen in the title race. And then Manchester United, that draw, that 91st minute equaliser from Daniel James. I guess you would say that was the moment the title went. If we had 2 more points, what would that have done if we'd got 2 more points? We'd have won the league. It's that Daniel James goal that has cost us. You know, there's this draw with Everton as well. A couple of draws here. Defeat to Arsenal. You know, definitely had a direct impact on the title race. And then a few draws early on as well. But we've had such a good season. You know, to get 90 points and finish third is unbelievable. The board are not happy. They're not happy with the Champions League. I'm definitely going to get sacked, I would imagine. That 250 million transfer budget probably not coming my way. But hopefully I do at least get the FA Cup final. It'd be crazy for them to sack me before that. I imagine I will get sacked after it. So we will just go ahead to that FA Cup final unless we get sacked in the meantime. So I'll see you in just a minute. Well, this will probably be my last game in charge. Unfortunately, we have a full strength, or almost full strength team for this one. With our defence back to full shape, Cancelo and Zinchenko are back for this game. I mean, the defence has probably been the thing that has undone us all season, and a lot of it's down to my registration of the players. I just haven't budgeted it well, and it's led to a lot of problems, especially in the full-back area. And I thought central defence would be the key weakness this season, but that hasn't been the case. If anything, I've been the key weakness this season. But we can win our 3rd trophy of the season alongside the Community Shield and the Carabao Cup if we beat Bristol City today. Maybe Bristol City will rub salt in this absolute horror show of a season, but we'll have to see. We've got Sterling, Silva and Aguero up top. David Silva and Fernandinho play their last games for the club in central midfield. Rodri behind them, and then Zinchenko, Laporte, Stones, Cancelo and Ederson in goal. Let's just get this game over with, because I am so fed up with the FM20 beta. I mean, this has just gone so badly. There's no even point reading out this Bristol City team. We should clean this game up. There's no doubt about that. We should win by quite a few. But bearing in mind they've made it to the final somehow, I don't think they've had too difficult a run. But we are going to be low on confidence after that Premier League choke against Spurs. I mean, imagine Spurs gifting Arsenal the Premier League title like that. Sterling is in. We've scored in 24 seconds. That should be indicative of the rest of this final. We should be getting the win today. And you'd think 3 trophies in a season with Man City, yeah, you'd expect that. You'd be happy with that. But not the 3 that we've won, and not in the way this season has gone. We've been destroyed by last-minute goals and just poor injuries and suspensions at the worst time. It really just hasn't been our season at all. I am really interested to see if they sack me after this game, though, because, you know, it does happen in real life. Van Gaal got sacked after winning the FA Cup. I was half expecting to be sacked before this game. Bristol City on the attack. I'll definitely get sacked if they equalise here and go on to win it. Hunt still going, puts it in, cleared away. Silva with it, back to Ederson. He doesn't let it go in for an own goal. He's released Bernardo Silva as well. He switches it to the left for Sterling, who can get in behind. He holds it up instead, finds Bernardo Silva again. Ball played across. Rodrigo with the effort, saved. Aguero blocked. Aguero again, still got the ball. Forced from goal. Fernandinho across to Aguero, comes to Rodrigo, but the flag is up against Aguero. Definitely strayed into an offside position there. And just 15 minutes into the game, we do look very comfortable. Bristol City yet to have a shot on goal. And we should be able to see this one out without too much trouble. John Stones throws it into Rodrigo. Now Cancelo. Back to Rodrigo again. He switches the ball to the left. Sterling is there. Can't win the header. It comes to Brownhill. He's going down the right flank. Ball across. Cut out by Cancelo. Fernandinho has it. Holds the ball up. Rodrigo over the top. Bernardo Silva in behind. He's going to go for goal, but it's saved by Bentley in a very unusual way, and then he slides across the floor on his bottom. Bernardo Silva puts the corner in. It's cleared away. I thought that might be a penalty. It's actually a free kick against us. Half an hour gone. Not the most interesting of cup finals. You'd be gutted if you turned up to your seat just 30 seconds late here. But we've got a chance now. Bernardo Silva in behind. There's a foul by Jefferson. He's on a yellow. It's a second yellow. Bristol City down to 10 men. And if that isn't the name etched on the trophy already, I don't know what is. Bentley with the goal kick out to Callas. He puts it forward. Laporte heads it on. Hunt back. Looking for Laporte. Bogus tackled. Fernandinho has it. Releases Sterling, who's in behind. He's got two across him. Tackle goes in there. It's a penalty. Thomas Callas there with the foul. We get the chance from the spot. Aguero has missed as many as he scored this season, but I like to keep him on them so he can get as many goals as he can. Aguero saved again. I mean, he's just dreadful with penalties, Aguero. He really is. Part of the reason we didn't win the title this season, if you think back to that penalty save in the league against United where we could have gone 2-0 up, if he'd scored that, we would have won the title. And yet here we are. Hopefully this doesn't mean Bristol City are about to get an equaliser. Remains 1-0. Just going to sound pleased with how it's going. I'm not particularly pleased with how it's going. We are totally dominant, but we're not stretching that lead as we should be going into this second half. Just over half an hour left. We will make a few changes. We'll give Edouard a little run out up top. Olmo can come on for Sterling. And that'll probably be our undoing. Throw in from the right hand side here. Cancelo puts it into the centre for Danny Olmo, and he's flashed it over the bar there. It would be nice to win this FA Cup alongside the Carabao Cup, because if we are sacked, there is a chance we could pick up a job with somebody like Newcastle United and see if we can keep going after being unfairly sacked in that series by the new owner. After celebrating the demise of Mike Ashley, we were sacked, but there's very little time left here. Still only 1-0. Bernardo Silva puts it in, and there it is. John Stones with the header from the corner makes it 2-0, and that should be all she wrote for this cup final. A nice end to the season. He was totally unmarked from the corner there at the back stick. He was always going to score that, and it should be all over now for Bristol City. They're going to go for it though. Nagy puts the free kick in. It's just gone wide from Callas there. Nearly setting up a very nervy finish to the final, but it should all be over. One last chance here. Cancelo puts the ball in, looking for a third. Edouard is in there. It runs through. It's cleared away. Silva has it. He plays it across. It's come to Bernardo Silva. Has tackled in the box, but hits the shot. It's hit the post. It comes out to Cancelo. He's still got it here, and it's cleared away. Rodrigo on the ball to Fernandinho. Can he score on his final appearance? It goes back to Rodrigo. And then the ball cleared away. That's a full-time whistle. We have won the FA Cup. You can see the team celebrating. I'm going to get another medal for that cup win. But I doubt that will be enough to keep me in a job. I'd be stunned if that was enough to keep me in the job. But you never know. Well done to the lads on the epitome of a runner-up season, I think, really. They are not the trophies that we should be winning. I don't know. There's nothing in here saying if I'm going to keep my job or not. We will just roll forward a little bit and see if I do get sacked. I don't know when the end of season reviews would come in. Here we go. Board like to discuss looking for the year ahead. Nothing there. Work within the wage budget, very important. We are already doing that. Maintain the club status of the most reputable team in England. Yep. Qualify for the Champions League next season. Champions League final. Win silverware in 21-22. Nothing in there about winning the Premier League though. Just continue qualifying for the Champions League. They look to have scaled back their expectations as a result of me as manager for a year. Yeah, we're going to come back and win the title next season. That's what we want, lads. Let's see, though, if we're still in charge next season. I just want to roll forward a little bit. Obviously, we do have a £250 million transfer budget. We could go all out on that and see... I mean, what's the tax bill? 27.5 million. That's quite a tax bill. New scouting budget. I'll sort that out later. Aguero breaks the goal scoring record. New team record. Silva's 18 assists as well. Lots of new records going. I'm not sure if they are real new records or just because it's year 0 in the game. I mean, at the moment they haven't sacked me. You'd think they'd have done it by now. Maybe they just won't. We'll get maybe to the end of the month and then have a look. But at the moment, no sign of being sacked, which is encouraging. I will have a look at what other jobs are available because I don't have to be sacked to leave the club. It has to be said, I could always voluntarily leave. But maybe let me know down in the comments what you think I should do next. Should I resign? Should I do another season? Or should I give up on doing any playthrough seasons in FM20 based on how the first 2 have gone? Here we go, Champions League final. This will be the official end of the season, so this would be the point. Real Madrid have beaten Barcelona to win yet another Champions League final. We'll just go to the 1st of June here. No word from the board. Oh, here we go. We've been given a load of cash for the end of the Champions League. Loan players returning. Just get into next month. And I think that would be plain sailing from then on. I'd be stunned if they let us go after that. And here we are. We're on the 1st of June. It doesn't look like anything has happened. So that is probably the end to this first season. Brian Kidd's going to retire. Fernandinho's looking to move on. I'm sure he will go to Paris Saint-Germain. I was pretty sure they'd already signed a contract with him, but we'll see. There we go. That's definitely first day of the month clear. We are still in charge somehow. If we look at the club vision, they're satisfied. We've got a C at the moment, but they're disappointed with the last season. They don't. Do they have the? Let's have a look at performance. Yeah, I mean, look, they are not ecstatic. Tactics, they're happy with the squad, but everything else a bit more shaky. And if we have a look at the squad, I mean, it's been a good season for some players. Aguero, 31 in 52, he's okay. I maybe would have expected him to edge up to the 40 goal mark, but he is now 32 years old. 17 for Sterling and De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva was nothing short of excellent this season. He had a great time out there. David Silva was a key player despite his age. Jesus did well, especially given he came off the bench for most of his games. Fernandinho did well as well. Both of those players are leaving this season. Rodri was very good as well when he played. I was very happy with his performance. John Stones very good in defence. Overall, the defence wasn't too bad. It was my management of it that was the real problem. I mean, the team's in good shape. It needs a little bit of an overhaul. Riyad Mahrez can go. There are a few players that could go. I wouldn't be against Sergio Aguero leaving, to be fair. And there's a lot of good young players who can come through as well. I'd probably let Leroy Sané go, but whether somebody would come in for that much money, apparently somebody does want him. He's wanted by Arsenal, so that's an interesting one at 24 years old. But that is a question for if we continue with this save. Let's just have a quick look. If we go to the staff screen and look at the job centre, are there any good jobs going? There's ones at Nottingham Forest and Cardiff, but that's about it. Job security-wise, no, we don't want the... I have no idea how you work these new screens. Here we go. Job status. Precarious, Derby, Fleetwood, Plymouth, Atletico Madrid is an interesting one. Leicester, another interesting one. Sunderland. And there's Newcastle, insecure. But Steve Bruce still in charge somehow. Do they still have Mike Ashley in charge? Let's have a look at the general information. Yep, the owner's still looking to leave. So they've still got Mike Ashley and Steve Bruce in Newcastle. How come he gets to survive and I didn't? Anyway, that is it for the end of this season. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to continue with this save. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new around here. But until next time, see ya.